Hi, I'm Christy with Lucky Furniture and Design Co. And today I'm going to show you a short tutorial for how to add wrapping paper to your furniture. This is a great project for small pieces of furniture in your house. It's a great way to add color and pattern to your space. Wrapping paper is great because you can just buy one sheet at a place like paper stores, and for something like this, one sheet of wrapping paper is perfect. So let's get started. I'm excited to show you. Okay, so first up, let me tell you a little bit about this table. It started out as wood. I bought it at a thrift store for 10 bucks. Here is what it looked like before. And then I painted it, and I painted it in a cute two-tone color, which is right here. And I liked that for a while, and then I decided it was time for a new design. So the easiest paint for small projects like this that I love is spray paint. So I am going to use this moss green. Rust-Oleum is great. There's lots of great brands out there, whatever color you want. And then this is the paper that I've chosen. You can see that. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It is designed and printed in England. It's Wanderlust Paper Co. And I found it at a little boutique shop in, gosh, I think it was Mount Vernon, Washington. This roll had 2 sheets to the roll, and I think it was like $7 or $8. Totally great deal. Perfect for a small project, and I still have 1 sheet left over, which I'm excited about. So I will be putting this on the top and then painting the rest of the piece. This is prepped and primed and ready to paint. I sanded it down. I made any repairs necessary, and I have primed it with 2 coats of primer. I am going to do 2 to 3 light coats of spray paint. Just follow the directions on the can. The table has been painted. I used 2 light coats and then a 3rd coat for touch-up. I did not apply a sealer to it. I do recommend using a sealer for the base if it's a high traffic piece, if it's a side table, or you know, you're moving it around a lot, or you're generally using it a lot. This is just like a plant stand. It's going to be in one place, and I think I'm not going to have an issue with durability. There are 2 ways that you can adhere the paper to the top of the table. I have used Mod Podge in the past. Totally affordable. I've used it a lot in the past for a lot of different projects. The one problem that you run into when you use Mod Podge is wrinkles. So some wrinkles might be inevitable. The other option that you can use is spray adhesive. So that is what I'm going to work with today. And then I will use Mod Podge to seal it. My favorite way to cut a piece of paper for small items like this is to flip it over, trace it, and then simply add about 1/2 inch allowance when cutting. The width of the paper was not as wide as the table, so I ended up having to cut an extra piece, and I am just going to match up the pattern over here so it's as seamless as possible. I am going to use this awesome painter's plastic tape that has tape at the top. I will include the link in the description. It saves so much time on so many projects. It's a little bit pricier, but totally worth it. It's always good to wipe down your piece with a tack cloth or a damp microfiber cloth to clean the piece before adhering the paper. This was too easy. Something's gonna go wrong. That's what I'm feeling. That's how my projects are going lately. Okay, and then you just pull this down. too good, you guys, too good. I am just going to use this spray adhesive and apply a light layer to the top of the table and then apply the paper. While pressing the paper down, rub your hand smoothly and firmly over the entire sheet as you're pressing down to reduce any air bubbles that might occur. It definitely helps to, after you're done, put some piles of heavy books on top of this. I am going to apply adhesive. I have adhesive here. It is tacky. I may apply just a little bit more and then apply some here as well. I'm just going to put some heavy books on the top just to make sure that the adhesive really sticks and that the surface is smooth, maybe for just about an hour or so. This has been sitting for about an hour with heavy books on it, and now I'm just going to take a super sharp razor blade and carefully cut around the edge before I seal the top. When applying sealer to the top of the paper, you can use a paintbrush or a foam brush. A paintbrush will leave brush marks. I like using that because I do like the finished look at the end. I like the strokes that you can see. It's not super noticeable, but it is there. A foam brush will create a much smoother surface and a smoother finish if that's the look you're going for. I like to start applying the sealer along the edge of the piece. I make sure to cover the edge of the paper and the edge of the furniture piece. It dries clear, so you won't see it on the furniture piece, but you really want to make sure that you get that edge sealed properly. I pushed out most of the air bubbles that popped up with my finger while the glue was still wet. These are the seams here. And if you just use your thumb or index finger and just press down, it takes care of a lot of the air bubbles that might pop up. And then I would give it maybe 15 minutes just until it's dry. I guess maybe 20, depending on the humidity. And then I would put some books on it before you do another coat. So you can see a few spots that I missed, but I'm fine with that because the thinner the better. You can see the seam there, but I don't mind that at all. And overall, it looks really good. So I am going to do at least 2 more coats because I plan to put plants on it. So I do want it to be water resistant. And here is the final result. I applied 3 coats of Mod Podge, let it dry thoroughly between each coat, and then let it dry overnight. And here is the finish on the top. You can see some brush strokes in the light, but I don't mind. I like that. And the finish overall on the paper looks pretty good. As a reminder, here is what it looked like before and before again, and here's what it looks like now. What do you think? Even if you don't love the color combo, I do hope it gives you some inspiration to work on a little small project. It doesn't take a lot of time and it can add a lot to your space. So until next time, thanks for watching.